Recently, Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard fired two top intelligence officials from the National Security Council because they had put out a report that was for the federal government and then eventually was partially declassified and released to the public. But they submitted a report to the government itself saying that, hey, Donald Trump's rationale for using the Alien Enemies Act, invoking the Alien Enemies Act, is actually not accurate. So just wanted y'all to know the rationale is definitely not correct. Because at the time, Donald Trump, of course, had said that we have these gangs from Venezuela, and he accused Venezuelan President Maduro of sending the gang members here, telling them, instructing them to come to the United States and go do your gang stuff over there for the Tren de Aragua. And so these intelligence officials, Michael Collins, who was the acting chair of the National Intelligence Council, and his deputy, Maria Langen-Reichoff, they basically put out this report for the government. And they're like, listen, that's not happening. Maduro is not telling these gang members to go to the United States. He's not directing them, and they're not coming here because he said, go to America. Therefore, the invocation of the Alien Enemies Act cannot apply because it's not actually a hostile foreign country that is doing this. You know, these are just regular people coming here illegally, and they need to be dealt with as such. You can't use the Alien Enemies Act because there's no country or sponsor behind it, which, yes, is basically a requirement of the Alien Enemies Act, so saith the Supreme Court just a few days ago. Even they didn't buy Trump's BS. But now we have firm confirmation that the administration itself was told, you're lying to the public. And rather than changing course, once they had the confirmation that what they said was not true, rather than listening to these individuals and seeing what evidence they had to offer, Tulsi Gabbard said, oh, hell no, you're fired. Get out. Apparently, in Tulsi Gabbard's office of the Director of National Intelligence, there is no room for actual intelligence. But most importantly, there is no room for dissent. So these two individuals who did nothing wrong, they're from a nonpartisan group that intelligence experts tell us is vital. Their impartiality is vital to national security. They're now gone. As a warning to the rest of the National Security Council, go against Trump like these guys did, and you'll be the next one out the door. We only want intelligence that confirms our talking points. Well, gee, where have we heard that before? Huh? Oh, that's right. The last person not named Trump, but also as a Republican serving as President of the United States. We don't want the naysayers. We don't want the people telling us we're wrong. We sure as hell don't want facts and evidence. We want you to basically fix the intelligence to fit our talking points, which is what led us into the Iraq War. And that is what Tulsi Gabbard, who swears up and down that was horrible and what the administration did was so bad, that's what she's creating right now in the office of the Director of National Intelligence. Oh, but that's not all, by the way. Not only is she firing the dissenters, do you know what else she's doing? She has moved the location of the office that crafts the president's daily intelligence briefings, which Trump isn't even attending or holding these days, but they're still creating it. She has moved it from its office in Langley into her office, right? Just a couple doors down, so that she can keep an eye on them. And so that she can make sure they're not feeding Donald Trump any intelligence that's actually intelligent that may contradict what he wants to say or do. So she, Tulsi Gabbard, has tightened her grip on basically the deep state propaganda being fed to Donald Trump. All of these people who whined and bitched and moaned for years about, oh, the government overreach and we're doing all that, we're fixing the intelligence, there's a deep state at play. They're literally doing the things they had accused the government of doing for years. only they're doing it to a much higher degree. And Tulsi Gabbard is leading the way. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.